Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're giving you an in-depth look at a fundamental, yet often overlooked, component of the pharmaceutical industry, silicone tubing. If you manage a lab, work in process engineering, or handle supply chain for a pharma company, this video is for you. Silicone tubing, why it's a big deal. Silicone tubing isn't just a minor part of pharmaceutical manufacturing. It's a workhorse behind the scenes. In 2025, the market for silicone tubing used in peristaltic pumps alone is valued at over $315 million, and demand's growing fast, with the total silicone tubes market topping $21.7 billion. What makes this material so important? Key properties include biocompatibility. It doesn't react with drugs or sensitive biological materials. Thermal stability. Survives repeated sterilizations. Think autoclaves, gamma, or chemical sterilants. Chemical resistance, ideal for handling a vast array of chemicals, drugs, and biological solutions. Flexibility and durability, keeps critical lines running without frequent maintenance. In pharma, where purity and process reliability are non-negotiable, silicone tubing allows for safer, more efficient drug production, filling, and delivery. So, where exactly do you find silicone tubing? Peristaltic and fluid transfer pumps. Bioreactors and fermentation lines. Analytical and laboratory instrumentation. 4 lines, catheters, and drug delivery. Single-use systems and sterile fluid transfer. Sampling and process monitoring. In fact, over 40% of the global market is used for pharmaceutical and biotechnology processes, with food and beverage coming in second at around 25%, testament to the importance of sterility and chemical inertness in these industries. Let's talk about what's trending in 2025. Growth and innovation. The silicone tubing market is expected to grow at an annual rate of 6 to 7%, fueled by pharmaceutical and biotech expansions, especially in emerging markets. Giants like DuPont, Trelleborg, and Watson-Marlow are leading, but niche, innovative players are gaining ground. R&D focus. Brands are investing in improved biocompatibility, durability, and eco-friendliness. New extrusion and molding technologies make for tubing with precise diameters, smoother interiors, and less friction. Single-use and sterile systems. The shift toward single-use systems for drug manufacturing is huge. These minimize contamination risks and reduce labor and cleaning costs, which became even more relevant during and after the COVID-19 pandemic. Sustainability push. Community forums, such as those on LinkedIn and Reddit /pharmacy industry, discuss increasing pressure to reduce environmental impact. Manufacturers now explore recycled silicones and tubing with improved life cycle profiles. Smart tubing tech. An exciting recent innovation, sensor-embedded tubing, allowing real-time monitoring of flow, temperature, and even contamination events. This is a key talking point in recent professional webinars and industry panels. Of course, it's not all smooth sailing. Cost pressures. Volatility in raw silicone prices, since silicone relies on petroleum feedstocks, translates to price swings and budgeting headaches. Competitive materials. Alternatives like PTFE and thermoplastic elastomers, TPE, are gaining ground. TPE, for example, offers eco-friendly, recyclable options, though silicone still outperforms on biocompatibility and temperature extremes. Stringent regulations. Every supplier must meet strict pharma requirements, USP Class 6, ISO 10993, and FDA guidelines. Any lapse means costly recalls or process shutdowns. In August 2024, Freudenberg Medical launched overmolded sanitary silicone ends, improving leak resistance in single-use biotech lines. DuPont introduced its LivioTM line, focusing on cleanroom and bioprocessing solutions, which is gaining positive reviews for its reliability and technical documentation. Discussions in community groups highlight a preference for U.S. and EU-manufactured tubing over imports from lesser-known markets due to quality assurance and technical support. Which brands are most recommended? The consensus in bio/pharma forums: stick to platinum-cured, well-documented products from established suppliers such as Sonnysure, Watson-Marlow, DuPont, and Freudenberg, especially for high-risk applications. Here's your checklist for sourcing the right tubing. Medical or pharmaceutical grade only. Look for platinum-cured silicone with USP Class 6 and ISO 10993 certification. Full documentation. Traceability and validation documentation are non-negotiable for regulatory processes. Physical properties. pressure resistance, flexibility, transparency for monitoring, appropriate wall thickness for your process. Sterilization compatibility must handle autoclave, gamma, and chemical sterilants without degradation. Customization. Get tailored diameters and lengths for pump compatibility and flow requirements. Supplier support. Choose suppliers with technical consultation and pilot testing services. Don't fall for cheap, uncertified imports. They may contain impurities and often lack the traceability regulators require. Engage with your supplier for samples. Test the tubing under your actual operating conditions to confirm chemical compatibility and physical performance. They should provide both the technical and regulatory backup you need. Summing up, if you're running a pharmaceutical operation in 2025, prioritize top-tier, platinum-cured tubing with global certifications. Demand thorough documentation. This protects you during audits and regulatory reviews. Evaluate new tech. Smart tubing and sustainable lines are not only innovative but may also future-proof your facility. Lean on supplier expertise. Leading brands are investing heavily in R&D, education, and support, giving you an edge in safety and efficiency. That's your deep dive into the world of silicone tubing in pharma. If you learned something valuable, hit like, subscribe, and ask your questions or share your own supplier experiences below. We'd love to hear your thoughts or start a discussion on the latest trends. See you next time.